right. Here we go. Hello. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It's Tuesday. It was a beautiful weather. I didn't get a chance to go outside too much, but when I did, it was quite lovely. So I hope all of you got a chance to enjoy some of the fresh air and all that good stuff. Thank you for joining me. My name is Shannon, and this is Paper Delights. I come on every Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. to inspire you and encourage you and to stir the imagination to basically just, hopefully encourage you to do things that you love. And paper crafting is one of the things that I love. And so these videos sort of started at the beginning of COVID, and to give me some purpose and something to do and to share what I love doing. And I've just sort of been going on with there. So we've been making some really pretty poinsettia cards, with some with the poinsettia paper and then some with some of the other papers. This is the silver, the opposite side of the Feels Like Frost. This is some of the plaid paper. So these are some of the cards that we made yesterday. So this is the beautiful poinsettia paper. So even if you don't have the dies to make the poinsettias, the paper is double-sided, and it comes, you can cut out these small poinsettias, you can cut out some of these bigger poinsettias, and there's a few cards that we've made and that we will make where I've cut out these poinsettias here to use on some of the cards. Isn't that pretty? I just love the paper. It's so lovely. So we've made a bunch of cards. So there's another poinsettia with the branches and stuff, and it's another size again from the larger one. So even if you don't have the die set, there's still lots of really pretty cards that you can make just using the paper itself. So let's get started and make some of the cards. So this one, I really liked this poinsettia paper. I thought about cutting it out, and I thought actually I just kind of like it the way it is. So this is very vanilla, going that way. And then this is, I believe, garden green. So it's just slightly smaller. And then the paper again is slightly smaller still. And then I had this vellum left over. See, it's a bit damaged, but I do keep everything, even if it's got a bit of a boo-boo to it, because you never know when you can cut it or use it somewhere else. So this one is a bit ucky, but if I cover it with a flower, with a poinsettia, you can't tell. So then I heat embossed the saying, "Remembering you this season with warm thoughts and a wish for everything merry." And I think it is from one of the other sets over there behind me. But yeah, and I like the heat embossing. I just thought it added a little bit of glam to it. So that's my idea for this card. So let's go ahead and start putting it together. Oh, look at that. I love that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I just love paper. And I haven't yet. I've seen other people's videos of the new catalog that will be coming out. So there will be another catalog after. So not the main catalog. They have smaller catalogs. So like right now, for example, we have this one. And this one is our mini catalog. And that it just goes until December, to the end of December. But there will be another one that will come out that has like all of the spring stuff, which I'm really looking forward to. So I think it's going to be, I've seen a few sneak things here and there. So this one is good until May of 2021. So this one will be around for a while. So lots of good things in there, but it's always fun to see some new papers and stuff. So I'm excited to see the new catalog, the new papers. obviously more spring themed and things like that. So, which will be nice in January when all we see is snow and we want to dream of warmer weather. So I'm just sort of centering this. And then I'm going to put a little bit behind the words and then down near the bottom to sort of help. But because it's vellum, I have to be careful where I put it because I don't want it to come through from the other side. So my glue is being difficult. I still haven't quite mastered the hang of this, but oh my goodness, come on now. There we go. I just changed it, so that could be why it's being a bit persnickety. So, all right. And then I'm going to center this. And then I'm going to get my glue dots and put some on the back. And I'm going to add just a couple of glue dots just because it is a bit bigger. And I have to be careful that I don't go off the edge. And you saw how we folded it to sort of give it a bit more dimension. So, and then I have, this is spruce. Yeah. It's one of like the sprucey kind of colors, and then this is old olive. So they're pretty standard greens and such. So, but I wanted a bit of variation, so I thought you could do the two different colors. Sorry, I'm just trying to tuck it in a bit more. There we go. And then we'll pop this one in again, just for a little something different. There. There. So really simple, pretty. So I went with the Very Vanilla because I found that the colors here in the poinsettia were like looked more like a yellow off-white kind of cream color. So I thought it would look sharp with the gold. So, and I could add some bling, but I don't think it needs a whole lot more. Hi Janine, what colors are in the poinsettia paper? So it coordinates with Bumblebee, Garden Green, Old Olive, Real Red, Soft Suede, and Whisper White. But I used this here I used is the Very Vanilla, and I think it works fine with it. Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you so much for joining. So I think it works with the Very Vanilla too, depending on which paper you used. And like I said, if you don't have the die set, there are lots of really pretty flowers that you can cut out. So the next one, let's jump and do that one, and I will show you. So the next one is this one here. So the base is the soft suede, and then this is the berry side, so it's the wood grain look on the other side. And then I cut out some different poinsettias from the paper. I cut this, so it's the poinsettias on one side, but I liked the berries on this side, so I thought it would be pretty to layer it. And then we can pick and choose which poinsettias we want. And even the ones that have, like I said, that were cut from the edge, you can turn and sort of tuck them under. And then when we put our sentiment across, you won't know that part of it wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? Only you will know. So like this one here, if I tuck it under, depending on where I put it or place it, you won't know that that one had the edge there. Do you see what I'm saying? So these I had left over. These were from the boho indigo. You got a whole bunch of these sort of like cards. So I thought the gold on it was really pretty. And originally I started with this one, but I liked the longer piece so that I could fit sort of more underneath. But you can use whatever cards, like pieces you have, or even just a strip, right? You could even just use a strip across. So, all right, so let's start gluing some of this stuff down. I'm excited about our wreath building card. We've got 3 people already. It's going to be lots of fun on Sunday. So if you're looking to get a start on some of your Christmas cards, I decided that instead of doing 2 of each design, we'd do 1 of each. So then that way nobody had to pick and choose which one they liked the best. So now I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put this down the middle or to the side. I think I'm going to go down the middle. And this die is from the same one that has the Stitch So, not Stitch So Sweetly, the fancy dies. I can't think of the name right now. Again, it's over there and I'd have to roll over. I make all the cards and then I put all my stuff away. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have left that out. So we've got our poinsettias that I wanted to sort of say, like I said, tuck underneath the sentiment. So you can kind of do something like that, something like that. Yeah. Like that and like that. And then this one we could even sort of put over once we've stamped the our sentiment. So let's see. I love this set. It's so pretty. We can do Blessed Christmas Wishes. That's a nice long one. We could do Celebrate the Season. What do you guys think? Which one? Blessed Christmas Wishes or Celebrate the Season? Which one do we like? The Celebrate the Season or the Blessed Christmas Wishes? The cards on November 29th, they will be virtually. So it'll be a Facebook Live like this, I believe. Either that or like a Google Meet. I'm still trying to figure out the Google stuff, to be honest. So it'll either be a Google Meet or a Facebook Live. Right now I'm leaning more towards the Facebook Live because I don't know how to do a Google Meet where I present as well as see you. Does that make any sense? So anyway. So yeah. And hello to you, Apple. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Where are you from? So we're going to do Blessed Christmas Wishes like that. It's always exciting to have new people. All right, so I'm going to put some glue dots. I'm going to pop up this one, so I don't want to. I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots because we kind of tucked it in, right? We kind of figured out where we wanted it. So this is going to be popped, so that one's going to stay down. I love glue dots. They're good for just sort of like tacking in when you want something to sort of stay. All right. And then we'll pop this up. that. So a lot of the greens, the colors that they talk about in here, the garden green, old olive, real red, I think those ones are all part of the, you can get a bundle. So they're all part of the Regals. So you can get a cardstock bundle with a couple of the real red. It'll have a couple of each of these, which is what I used to do at the very beginning. So I would get a bundle of the Regals and it would have a couple of each of the cardstock colors. It was really, really handy before I started buying in bigger bulk amounts. So then that way you get a little bit of each of the colors that you need. And I think because that one has your real red, your old olive, your garden green, so it has at least 3 of the colors that will coordinate with the paper. So the bumblebee is the new color. So all right, now if this is going to go here, then I also have some of these kicking around that I had left over that I thought would be nice to tuck in a few places. So there was a few other cards that we made last week with the poinsettia paper that didn't involve the dies. So if you're looking for some other ideas, you can always check out that video. I don't have the cards beside me, so unfortunately I can't show you, but I should have a picture of them up on the Facebook page soon, and you can see them there, or you can go check out the video. So lots of ideas. So do that, and then we'll put this on, and then we'll add a little bit of greenery, and we're done. There we go. All right, so we've got a little bit of gold. I might have a bit more if I need to pull out a bit more. So you can just sort of play around with where we want to put things. So I think these are from the set with the cups. It's the dies that go with Cup of Christmas. We're going to be doing some with that set. I love that set. And then these ones are from, I can't remember, it's another set. Like I said, I've got little drawers with the remnants from different things. So I'll make a whole bunch of stuff, and then the extras I just sort of stick in a drawer. I've got to find a better way of storing them. And so sometimes when I'm designing the cards, I'm like, okay, so what do I have to use up? Because otherwise it just gets so crazy. All right. So I like that there. I like that there. So let's put a glue dot on there, and we'll tuck it in. Oh, thanks, Jean. Have a great evening. Perhaps we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to tuck this one. Whoops. Under here. And then we'll add this greenery. And then we're good to go. Where is it? There it is. So I had this other one here. So you can add as many. Maybe you have some pieces left over from the Forever fern dies that we had with all of the other flowers and stuff, or leaves, and so maybe you have something left over from that set you want to use up. Don't think you can go wrong, right? I mean, this kind of looks like the from the holly berries, right? But again, it's all sort of that Christmas theme, so I don't think you can go wrong. And I often like to do layers, right? So they're different. I chose them because they were slightly different greens, and so I can kind of layer it up like that. There. All right, we'll save that one for another day. There we go. So we got those 2 cards. So the last one for tonight, I thought would be fun to do something with a different color. So a lot of the ones with the poinsettia paper tend to be gold and red and green and all of that stuff. But there have been some beautiful ones in shades of blue. So I thought we'd do one in this beautiful different shades of blue. So this is Pacific Point. This is Balmy Blue, I believe. And this is from the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. So, so beautiful. I bought an extra pack when it was on sale last month because I use this one so much. So let's put this together. Now the flower is white, but if we use a little bit of our ink and our sponge, we can change the color of the flower as well, which is really pretty. Like I said, I've seen a few. Okay, let's make sure I put it on the right way. All right, there we go. So let's grab our Balmy Blue, and I have sponges, but my bad cat keeps taking them. So I don't. Oh, that bad cat. So frustrating. I had a whole package. I've had, and he takes them. I think the only reason why he hasn't taken this one is that it's sticky, but I had packages of them that you cut, right, to use this with. And the bad cat has run off with them all. Oh my goodness. You are such a bad cat. All right, let's try something else. Let's try this blender then. All right, change of gears. So we're gonna take our flowers, make sure that they're going the right way. Take our ink. Let's see if we can do it this way. It's not exactly the same way that you would with the other. But I think it's still pretty. I would have done some of these petals beforehand. Had I known I was gonna have to do it this way, I apologize. Last thing you want to do is watch me blend. I heard a rumor that in the new catalog, they're going to be selling these, so they're super handy. And the cat doesn't run off with them, so that's always a bonus, right? As you can see, I use it quite a bit. So, but we're going to have to, oops. There we go. All right. And then I usually just take a baby wipe to clean it off. So there is our flower. Now you could keep going and make different parts of it darker if you wanted to, like darker more down near the center, or if you prefer you could do it darker near the tips, whatever you prefer. But it's again just to add a little bit of depth and dimension, and I wanted to show you that not all of the flowers had to be white, red, right? So, or gold or what have you. So yeah. And definitely going to put a wink of Stella on here. Now, if I had had more time, I probably would have taken these pieces before I folded them and spritzed them so they're super shiny and super sparkly. But for the sake of television, we are going to just do it this way and add wink of Stella. So there we go. And there we go. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? And then my idea was, as I took the leaf that goes with the poinsettias and I put it through, but I used the matching colors. All right, so let's pin this one down. Now again, you could put it over to the side and add a sentiment if you'd like. But I did not, so I'm going to put it in the middle and then build stuff around it. But like I said, you could put it over to the side and do a little piece. You could do another in the darker blue and then like heat emboss it in white or something. That would look really pretty. But instead I just thought I would put it in the middle, and then people can just add whatever they want when they send it. And again, you don't have to use that many leaves. You can use fewer leaves. And then this is also part of the poinsettia, is the berries. And I thought that would look okay. I've got to roll up my glue dot here, so just bear with me. And then we're just gonna tuck it under. Just like that. Really simple. Just adding some layers. We'll pop this out here. You could always add some snowflakes if you wanted to. You could add some silver pieces. Right, if I had some silver pieces of the berry, we could have added some silver pieces, but I think those look good. All right, so let's add some pearls. Now Stampin' Up! Does sell pearls to go in the middle, but I think you can achieve the same effect with just adding your own pearls. So there you go. So you can do a poinsettia in your traditional colors, right? In your reds, your golds, but you can also do it in the blue. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I almost forgot my Wink of Stella. This is shocking. Where's Pam to be shouting at me to put the Wink of Stella on? My goodness. There we go. So, like I said, had I had more time, I probably would have sprayed it, but Wink of Stella works just as well. So, there we go. I don't know if you can see how sparkly it is now. And it does sort of blend the ink too. There we go. So there are our cards for this evening. So don't forget the Christmas open house at the end of this month. Just like in previous months, I put some tables outside. I usually hide in the garage, but there'll be tables set up outside so that there'll be lots of fresh air and people can social distance. Although, to be quite honest, there's only been 2 people at the same time once. So everyone sort of seems to come at staggered times, and it's worked out really well. So if you're interested in popping by and picking up any of the cards that you see here this evening, you're more than welcome. If you're not able to come and want to purchase any of these cards beforehand, please drop me a line and I'm more than happy to put them aside for you. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you are taking care of yourself, because an empty tank will only take you exactly nowhere. So take the time to refuel and take care of yourself. So take care and stay safe.